G'day guys, and welcome to TrickyFit, taking the trick out of fitness. Now if you haven't seen some of my videos before, I've got 13 or 14 videos at this stage on helping you to get fit in your own home. So using obstacles and the small amounts of space that you have in your home as equipment so that you can do the exercises and create some strength and some fitness in your body and get healthy. Now I've had a lot of feedback on my blog, which is trickyfit.blogspot.com, and there's been a lot of interest in back health. I've written a couple of posts about keeping a strong and healthy back, and it's been getting a lot of interest and a lot of feedback. So what I want to do today is I want to talk about the Swiss ball, and we're going to introduce people to some really good core exercises that you can do on the Swiss ball. And first I'd just like to say that generally sitting on a Swiss ball is great. What it is, another name for it's a gym ball, but pumped up. It's not stable on the ground like a chair, so you've got to use your stabilizing muscles in your core, so it's a constant challenge for you. Now when you buy a Swiss ball, they come in 55, 65 and 75 centimeters, and that is the height from obviously the floor to the top of the ball. When you're sitting on a Swiss ball, when it's fully pumped up, you want your thighs to be pretty much parallel with the ground or maybe slightly raised. So when you're choosing your ball, make sure that you're not sitting up on it like this, or that you're not sort of really low, because it's really not that good for you. But choose the right size, and these are fantastic. Keep your back straight, and support yourself with your core muscles. Now, there's a couple of exercises that I like to do, and do them in the morning or whenever you get a chance. Get your Swiss ball out and pop your heels on top. Now for starters, just lift yourself up, lift your hips off the ground and try and keep a really straight back and body and posture. And keep your neck relaxed and just hold this position. Now you might find that the ball is rolling around and wobbling. So tense your core muscles and try and stabilize it. And the first challenge is just to really remain still on the ball. Pop your arms out to the side if you have to, and just get your balance. And then when you get a bit better, take your arms off and just balance on your shoulders, with your shoulders on the ground and your feet on the ball. Now from there you can put your hands back on the ground if you need to, and we'll just roll in and roll back out. So we're going to roll the ball, and this is really going to challenge us because we're bringing our legs into play, our glutes are stabilizing us as well, and our core and our tummy is working really, really hard. From here, lift one leg off the ground. You can do the same thing if you want, or as just the next step, just hold your foot up and balance with one leg in the air and then the other. You can do some other exercises, like lifting the ball in your feet, and even adding a sit-up in if you like. But the other ones are really my favourite ones. Now a few people have been saying that they get a really tense back, they've been at work all day, their muscles get really tight and they can't afford to go to the physio and get a massage all the time. And I learned a couple of tips about 5 or 10 years ago when I was playing tennis about keeping the muscles in my back really limber, and particularly as well in my hips. You know when you get really tight hip muscles right in the back there. So what I do is I get a tennis ball, pop that on the ground, and then you just lie your body on top of it. Now your body weight is the pressure that's going to be applied to the muscle. So you can just adjust that into any position you like, and it's really going to pinpoint the knots in your muscles and get them out, and it really softens them up. And if you do this for a little while, it's going to just be a great release. So do that. You might find that it's one particular point in your body, but if you want to massage all the way up and down your back, because I get a really tight thoracic, in the mid to upper section of my spine. Get a towel out and put a couple of balls with a little gap in between. Tennis balls usually. You can use lacrosse balls. The softer the carpet, sort of the harder and bigger the ball you want, because it's going to sink down a bit. But put 2 balls in a towel with a little gap in between, and just roll them up. And then what you're going to do is you're going to lay down with your spine on it, and you can just roll up and back, and roll that all the way up and down your back. Or you can just lie there with your arms up and just use that pressure against your muscles. It's a really great stretch too, because a lot of people, they sit at work all day on a computer and their spine's really arched over, so sometimes it just really arches your back. Also use a Swiss ball and just give yourself a really good stretch like this, breathing and holding, and just trying to release all the tension out of your muscles. Enjoy the tips, have a play and have fun. Core strength is something that really supports your back, and when you have great core strength, it really takes the load off the other muscles in your body, because everything starts from basically turning the core on. If you're going to lift an object off the ground, support your back, use your stabilizing muscles, and then bend and pick it up. Be safe, be careful, and enjoy TrickyFit. Remember, check out trickyfit.blogspot.com. Catch you next time.